Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. I see that many liked the gift. Many have had interesting dreams. Don't forget to write it down. It's like I said yesterday, it will be a big puzzle that you will be receiving, piece by piece, every day. So write it down. Then you will realize that there is a story there, that everything there has a connection with each other. There is no way we can do a sequential release. The light will release what it finds and you will receive the information. What's the point of this? Bring you more confidence. When I often tell you here that you are powerful beings, many of you do not believe it, you think I say this to please you. So let's do a remembering exercise here. What dimension did the vast majority of you come from? Many came from the 5th, many from the 6th, many from the 7th, they came here to echo the feelings they wanted to experience, or they were resonating these feelings on their planets of origin, and were banished here, exactly to experience these feelings. So everything is in there. All this power that you had in the higher dimensions is still there. Your soul is unique. There is no high-dimensional soul and a third-dimensional soul, the soul is unique, only you are in another dimension, but it's all inside, and as you remember, you start to believe in yourself, to believe that you are capable, to believe that you are capable of co-creating. Many ask, what is co-creating that you all talk about? Co-creating is making it happen, is to attract what you want. How to do this? Believing, focusing, putting feelings into what you want, but mainly focusing. It's thinking about it all the time, but not thinking like a parrot, repeating the same thing every minute. No, it is exuding that feeling that you would have, if you had that in your hands now. So it's like that dream trip, where you stop, put yourself in the position of already having what you want, and feeling the feeling that it will bring you, feeling that wonderful feeling of total joy, of total fulfillment, for a dream come true. So this is how you have to emanate to the universe, with a lot of feeling, with a lot of love, and focusing on that, believing that that has already happened. This is co-creating. And you begin to attract all situations to make it happen. You often ask for things that in your mind are impossible, are difficult to happen, but they are not. Everything is possible. So if you dream of something that, in your mind, is impossible, the universe will do something to make it possible. So you don't have to worry about how things will turn out, you just have to dream, but dreaming while believing, living that moment, experiencing that feeling of accomplishment. This is co-creating, is to emanate these feelings to the universe, and the universe will bring them to you, respond to you at the right time. Often you have the ability to co-create, and what you asked for happens quickly, because it is not a complicated thing for the universe. It's like it's a consequence of something you already do, so it comes quickly. But when you have dreams that are a little more complicated, especially financially speaking, then the universe has a good complication on its hands, because he has to find his way, to meet what you want, but you always have to believe that it is possible, that everything is possible, that abundance is for everyone in the universe. No one needs to be in need. Everything is there available to everyone. You often attract more of the same, because you keep vibrating in what is the lack, the scarcity, the problem. Then there's just more of the same. So learn to modify your vibrations, and you will see how everything changes around you. Then that's it. Keep dreaming, keep seeing, not just dreams. You may even have little images that will suddenly appear to you during the day, and that it will draw special attention to you, a place, a city. Write it down, don't miss anything, become detectives of your own lives. Start searching, start looking through everything that catches your attention. A different taste, a different sensation, when seeing a certain thing, when feeling a certain moment, write everything down, don't miss anything, and you will see how later you will be able to build the story of your soul. So going back to what I was talking about at the beginning. What's all this for? So that you believe that you are capable, so that you believe that you have all this power. We need you with powers. We don't need you without believing in yourselves, we need you to believe in yourself, that you are capable. We need that when I say, my pillars of light, emanate light, you see yourself as a great pillar of light emanating light, and believing that you are doing so. This is the whole process. That's where I want to get to. So I need you to believe in yourself, may you begin to feel that taste that you have of being able to have a gift. Ah, you feel powerful, and that's what I want. Now, there is always a catch, know how to use the powers that you discover, because if any of you uses these powers to manipulate another, to harm anyone, to harm Gaia, to harm an animal, to enhance a feeling of low vibration, the choice will have been yours, and immediately you will lose everything you have. And there's no point in trying to get your powers back, because you'll lose them. Ah, but aren't the powers things of my soul? Yes, they are. Everything you have in power, you have earned over time. This was not born with you, you acquired certain gifts through studies, through the elevation of your souls. So these gifts were coupled, let's say, to their souls. So just as we gave, we can take away. So it is said. Whoever misuses the powers that you will begin to discover you have will lose everyone. And I say more, you will no longer be my pillar of light, you will no longer be part of my group. I will be banning you from this group. There's no point, you may even remain in the group, but you will no longer be in my group. Be sure about it. So my brothers, think very carefully, how you will use the powers that you will realize over time. Think very carefully. Act for good, for the elevation of the whole, for the good of the whole. Don't repeat the same mistakes you made before. Remember, many of you succumbed in Atlantis and Lemuria, precisely because you used these powers in the wrong way. Are you going to repeat the same mistake? The choice is of each one. If you want to repeat, if you want to pay to see what you say, do it. Now remember that ticket on the train, which you all have guaranteed. It will be torn open and you will be guaranteed a seat on that tram, no longer on the train, because you won't go to the train. So my brothers, feel powerful because you are, but know how to use your powers, know how to really show that you regret everything you did in the beginning, when you arrived here. Show that you really no longer emanate these feelings, that you want to evolve again, and they want to leave these feelings behind, like a bad memory. They want to go back up again, to evolve again. So stay tuned. Stay very attentive. From now on, be careful what you say. Be careful what you think. Because your power of co-creation will be much more pronounced. Then whatever good you think can happen quickly, and also anything bad you think can happen quickly. I'm going to give an example here, which I'm sure the vast majority of you will fit into, especially those who are fathers and mothers. Your children go out for a walk, it doesn't matter to work, your children leave home. You know they'll be back late. And then you have the bad habit of imagining everything bad that could happen to your children. I understand, you are living in a complicated world. And then you keep thinking, oh, my son is going to be robbed. Oh, my son is going to be killed. Oh, my son is going to have an accident. My son is going to get shot. That's what you think. My son is going to be attacked. And so on. You can put together a web of bad things, honestly, how imaginative you are. So I'm going to tell you this, you have accelerated co-creation power. Everything you think can come true, not just what is good. So if you keep saying that your children are not going to come home, because they suffered this, they suffered that, they were attacked, they were robbed, don't complain later, because you will be emanating this to the universe. And this is an easy thing for the universe to return, because it is there, among you. So I'll give you a warning, be careful what you think. Very careful. When you catch and think this type of thought, turn around, say the opposite, my son will come home protected, whole, healthy, happy, and soon, he will walk through this door with a big smile. Look at the difference. You will be emanating to the universe, confidence in its protection. So I repeat again, be careful what you think. What I put in your chest speeds up everything. So be careful. Start thinking good things. Is it so hard to only think good things? Start dreaming. This is the time to dream. Dream of a wonderful future, dream of a perfect life, dream. Stop giving strength to negative things, because the universe will give it back to you very quickly, because the environment itself helps. So when you, and this is going to be a big exercise going forward. When you start thinking, oh, I'm scared. No, I'm not scared. I am protected. I have my protections. I feel safe. Be careful with the word no. I feel safe. I'm calm. I'm going and I'm going to come back full. Ready. You said to the universe, look universe, I am trusting in my protections. Activate them, and they will be activated. Learn to live this way. Learn to live looking on the positive side. Stop echoing the negative side, because you already have power in your hands now. Your CO creations are accelerated, and everything that is negative today, the universe returns to you in the blink of an eye, because it is very close to you. He doesn't even have to do much work to give you back exactly what you thought. So be careful. Then tomorrow, you'll see a lot of people complaining that after I put what I put into your chest, everything started to go wrong in your lives. Because you will say that. After what Archangel Michael did, my life went backwards. I only have bad things coming to me. Take a look back and see what you are emanating into the universe. I'm not to blame for anything. Stop blaming others for the wrong things you do. You blame God, you blame the saints, you blame me, they blame everyone, except yourselves. You mess up, but others are to blame. They influenced you to do this. A bunch of little kids, a bunch of puppets, who let themselves be led by others. Interesting. Very interesting. So you are already warned. It's like I say, my brothers, I don't do anything with a single intention. Everything I do with you, there is always a blind spot, where I catch each one of you. So there it is. Learn to deal with your feelings. Learn to deal with what you are emanating, because otherwise, you will attract more of the same, and I say quickly, very fast, because you are accelerated. I sped you up. Now I'm going to say something very important, many may even be responding at this moment, listening to what I'm saying. I didn't ask for anything. Very good. You really didn't ask for anything, I gave a gift. But this gift can be returned. All you have to do is say, Archangel Michael, I don't want this gift you gave me. Perfectly, it will be removed from your chest, immediately. That simple. So you already know, if you don't want a gift, just let me know. You can remove it from my chest, and he will be taken away. And you continue the walk, as you were. No, you will not stop being my pillars of light, you will not be banished. All very well. Just everyone will be walking at a fast pace, and you will be at a snail's pace. Just that. But you keep walking. No problem at all. So my brothers, let's discover the powerful souls that you are. Start testing, start playing, to see what you are capable of. My Archangel. Like this. You will know what to do. Deep down, you all know the powers you have. So use them. The vast majority of you have dangerous powers, which are mental powers, precisely those used to manipulate others. I only say one thing, use them properly. I can use these powers for myself. For example, can I improve something about myself? Perfect. Perfect. Is this possible? Do you want to improve something that you don't, that you feel you need to improve, to help this journey, manipulate it yourself? Yes, this is possible. Say to yourself, from now on, this will be different for me. I'm going to be like this, like this, like this. Perfect. Use the power to your advantage. Look how wonderful. It will be spectacular if you change yourselves. You will have the ability to change your minds, to eliminate fears, to eliminate addictions. Look how wonderful. So use your powers. Use your powers to your advantage. Start to understand your journey. What is happening to each of you? I remind you again, write it down. When you make some kind of decree for yourselves, write down the day you made it, write it down, and start to understand the time it takes for that to change. Don't do everything at once, change little by little each of the things that you think should change. Do one and see how long it will take to happen. Do another one and start to notice that as time passes, things happen more quickly. It's like a learning experience, where the more you do, the more you become experienced, the more you become quick, ready. It's like anything you learn, at first it's complicated, it's difficult, it takes you a while to learn, but once you learn it, you do it quickly. So this is the idea. Start doing things slowly, and you will learn to deal with it all, dealing with feelings, with things that you will understand, slowly, and soon, you will all be able to create easily. Start with small things. Don't do it on the first try. I want a beautiful house on the beach. Okay, you can ask for this, but it won't happen overnight, because the universe will have to turn around to bring it to you. Understand, my brothers, you live under laws. This is not a fairy tale, in which you ask, I want a beautiful house on the beach, and suddenly the beautiful house appears on the beach, and you start to live in this house. We would have the power to do so, the universe would have the power to do this, to materialize your desire. But how will you live in front of your world? In front of your society? How are you going to explain that house? Was it built in the right place? Could it have been built there? So understand, my brothers, everything has to be in agreement. It's not enough for you to imagine a beautiful house at the top of the hill. How are you going to explain this later? So instead of bringing you happiness, we would bring complications, because you could even be arrested, depending on what was done. So things don't work like that. Everything that the universe brings to you is within the laws of your world, it is within the ways that you can be legal, within your world, otherwise we would not be beings of light. So start with small things, start with small desires, within your reality, because then the universe brings them quickly. I'm not saying here that today, you will think of something and it will happen. It may even be that some of you can do it, because it depends on each one's evolution. But this will be a great learning experience, in which you will focus on one thing and think about it all the time. But it's not like, I want a beautiful stone to appear. What good will that stone bring you? Understand, my brothers, what you ask for has to be good for you and good for the whole. This is the law of co-creation. This is the law that you will live in the fifth dimension. I want something that is good for me, but that is good for the whole, so that everyone can enjoy it. Even if it is yours, it may bring something good to the other person as well. So don't be selfish, because selfishness brings nothing. You have to think about yourself and each other, about the whole. So start doing this exercise. Start co-creating, and write it down, write it down. Make reports, and you will begin to see that, little by little, you will identify, one by one, the powers that you have. If you act with your heart, with love, thinking about the whole, everything will be released, and you will begin to live in a new world. I am Archangel Michael. I am here ready to help each of you on this new journey. I will really enjoy participating in this.